Well, I'm not really here talking to you about things that we haven't practiced ourselves. We have researched this a lot, and so in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about Lantern by SoFi, and this is a platform that can actually help you to get up to $2 million in business loan. Don't go anywhere. You're gonna love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sir Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you had to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about Lantern by SoFi, and this is a platform that allows you to get up to $2 million in business loan. Okay, this is a very exciting platform. Let me just give you an overview. So when you think about Lantern, I want you to think about a product comparison site that makes it very easy for you, for me, for everybody else out there to shop for products and compare offers with top lenders. Okay, so this is for individuals, this is for businesses, this is for everybody. Okay, but in today's conversation, we are focusing on the business side of things, okay? So you can get fast funding for your business. We have loans up to $2 million. This is really good. And we love the fact that the process is very simple. You only have three things. First, you apply. So you fill out one simple form. There's no fee or obligation, and this will not impact your credit. Okay, we have a soft pull here. By the way, when we talk about Lantern by SoFi, you probably know SoFi, right? The lender. So this is a platform that was built by SoFi. Okay, so I'm talking here about legitimacy, credibility, trust, transparency. Very important. So the first step here is you apply. The second step is you compare. So you explore small business and personal financing options from their network of lenders, okay? And the good thing is that SoFi, Lantern by SoFi will help you choose the best one. So you'll have a plethora of options, and they'll help you choose the best one. And the third step is score. So you get the capital you need in as little as 24 hours, and you can get back to running your business. This is really good. So when you think about Lantern by SoFi, again, you think about multiple lenders, multiple financial solutions in one form, okay? So this is really good. And again, you can borrow for SBA loans, small business loans, personal loans, term loans, all that kind of stuff, okay? And so why should you go with Lantern by SoFi? Well, it's the reason is very simple. The transparency. The loan options are very clear. You get real offers from top providers. You have 100% free. The whole thing is free. You can compare rates. You can choose the best one because Lantern by SoFi is compensated by the lender, not you, okay? And on top of that, the platform is very secure. Let me talk to you about the loan typology. What types of loans can you expect from a Lantern by SoFi? By the way, when we talk about Lantern by SoFi, we're also talking about experts who are there to help you, okay? Their job is to help you, to give you the best, to tell you the best option based on your situation, based on your company's situation, okay? So when we talk about the kinds of loans you can expect from Lantern by SoFi, you can get financing for every kind of business, from startups to enterprises, okay? They can help you. So we're talking about SBA loans. So here we are speaking about SMAs, 7A, 504, and SBA Express loans, okay? They can help you with personal loans. So for upstarts and solo entrepreneurs, personal loans can help you when you are just getting started, okay? Then you have term loans. So here, this is the kind of business loan this is a flexible form of financing that you can use for almost any business need. Then you have a line of credit. So here you have access to cash with no obligation. In other words, you're just trying to give yourself a safety net and flexibility to grow, okay? And on a Lantern by SoFi, you can also access invoice financing. So here, this is basically you're getting a fast advance of about 85 to 90% of the value of your invoices, with most of the other 15% or 10% paid to you later, okay? You can also get merchant cash advances from the platform. So when we talk about merchant cash advances, aka MCAs, you are basically having the opportunity to have a quick, easy way to get a business cash advance with no need for collateral, even if you don't have a great credit score. So this is really good. You can also get equipment financing through Lantern by SoFi. So when we talk about equipment financing, let me just say that the term equipment covers just about any items you need for your business. However, this kind of financing can only be used to purchase equipment. Okay, and then you can also get startup financing. So here you have multiple financing options to get your startup off the ground. So the bottom line here is that when we talk about Lantern by SoFi, they actually cover the whole gamut of financing options for any business at any operational stage. Whether you are a new business, you are a growing business, you are a mature business that needs to have a second life, if you will, they will take care of you. Let me talk about the loan terms. So folks, when we talk about Lantern by SoFi, there is a wide constellation of loan terms, okay? So here are the typical small business loan terms. So to help you really make the right decision, actually Lantern has done a great job, and they have actually explained to all borrowers all the different terms that they can actually expect, okay? So you have, so when we talk about repayment terms, we're talking about how long you have to pay back the loan. Loan amounts, the total amount you can borrow from a lender. Interest rates, okay, the time to funding, the amount of time it will take to receive the actual funds, and the requirements, eligibility, conditions that determine if you qualify for financing. So when we talk about SBA 7A loans, okay, we are talking about loans that can go all the way to 1 million, in some cases even beyond that. And the time to funding depends on the program. And to be eligible, you just have to have a for-profit operation. You have to do business in the United States. You have to have a reasonable amount of equity in the business. And you need to have exhausted all other business and personal financing options. What about term loans? The kind of term loans, the kind of business term loans you find on Lantern by SoFi, the repayment term go from 3 to 24 months for short term, up to 5 years for midterm, and up to 10 years for long term, okay? Loan amounts really depend on the lender, but they can go from $50,000 all the way to $1 million, okay? But on average, on Lantern by SoFi, you get $500,000. And the interest rate depends on the lender, time to funding the same thing, and the eligibility depends again on the lender, depending on the loan amounts, the type of loan you're asking for, your credit worthiness, and so on and so forth. You can see also on Lantern by SoFi what they call bank loans for small business, okay? And this here you can go for, the terms can be from 3 to 10 years. Business loan amount average $500,000. And interest rate can be from 3% to 22%, okay? And you also have business lines of credit. And here you have terms go from 6 months to 5 years. And the credit limit goes from $1,000 to $250,000. And interest rate go from 10% to 99%, okay? And time to funding can go from 3 days to 2 weeks. And then you can also get on Lantern by SoFi, you can get micro loans. This is really good, small loans, okay? You can have an invoice factoring or financing. Here the repayment term can be typically can go from 30 days to 90 days to reflect the terms set for customers paying the invoice, okay? The interest rate is basically up to 100% depending on the lender. And so the interest rate depends again on the lender. You also have equipment financing. You have inventory financing and merchant cash advances. So those again are the terms for those three funding programs depend on the lender. I want to talk to you now about loan selection, because you had all these loans, they gave you all the list of loans. You applied with the softball, all that kind of stuff, okay? So what? That's a big question, right? That's a legitimate question. So we need to answer that. What do you do after that? So, well, you need to have a few tools to analyze whether a business loan is right for your business. This is important because the last thing you want is just to jump on any offer that is thrown at you. No, that's a waste of time, boss. you better have a few criteria to pay attention to. So when deciding which business loan terms are right for your business, after looking at all the loans on Lantern by SoFi, it may help to evaluate what your immediate needs are and how much debt you can safely take on. Right? It's really important. This is about cash inflows and cash outflows. Don't get out there trying to get a loan you can't repay. No, you gotta be more strategic than that. Okay. So to get started, you want to answer a few questions, and this is really my questions for you. And I want you to really take notes now, and come up with clear answers. Okay. No if and buts. No uncertain answers. You want to be clear here. Be assertive. So what is the total cost of the funding you need, including interest rate and fees? Before you sign the promissory note, you better have a clear idea, or at least ask the lender what this is. Okay. What is the total cost of the loan? And what are your revenue projections for the business loan terms you have considered? This is important. Again, it's not about getting a loan you cannot repay. What items are the most essential to purchase for your business? Are there items that can wait? So think about the urgency here, okay? And what are your regular business expenses, and how do you plan to cover them? Because remember, you have to repay the loan, but also take care of your business expenses. This is important. How much working capital do you currently have to work with? And do you have collateral you can offer to lenders? So again, we are speaking here, we are sitting here having conversation, and those conversations are not hypothetical. Those are real concrete questions, okay? Do you have collateral, boss? Do you have collateral? Talk to me about that. When you look at your balance sheet, do you have collateral? And how cash flow, in other words, do you have healthy cash flow, or do you have restricted cash flow? Are you handling seasonality or cyclicality pretty well in your industry? Would financing help or hurt your cash flow? It's really important to ask those questions, because they are going to help you make a decision towards the right lender. It's really important, the right lender in terms of loan amounts, repayment term, interest rate, time to funding, and eligibility. Let me quickly talk to you about loan proceeds. Folks, we are still speaking about a wonderful platform called the Lantern by SoFi. And on that platform, you go on there, you just enter your info, you get a soft pull, and it's a platform that gives you access to multiple business loans, okay? And the cool thing here is that you're not dealing with only one lender, you're dealing with a plethora of lenders. And Lantern by SoFi, they have a staff, they have personnel who can help you, who can guide you towards selecting the right loan for you. And so what kind of loan proceeds, what kind of loan proceeds uses you can see on Lantern. In other words, what do lenders approve in terms of loan usage? You can use the loan for everyday operations. This is really good. I mean, when we talk about everyday operations, we are speaking about marketing, payroll, rent, or whatnot. Okay, and this sort of covers working capital loans. You can get the loan for equipment or machinery. Okay, tenant improvements, inventory. It's important. Okay, so you will never be out of stock. You can also use the cash to refinance debt if you're able to get a good offer from a lender. This is really good. Okay, and so one thing you need to understand is that you can use the money within your business, or you can use the money in general. Let's say you can even get some cash there to start a franchise. This is totally possible, because it's all about identifying opportunities in the industry, right? You kind of look around and like, okay, you know what? I think I can do this. I think I can seize this opportunity. I am in the right moment at the right time in my life, in my business life, and we can do this. So you can use the cash to start a franchise. Not a problem. You can use the cash to start up a business also. Yeah, if you have strong credit, and you have a strong credit personally or business wise, and you're able to get the money to start another franchise, another startup, this is totally good. You can use the money to expand an existing business. This is totally possible. You can use the cash also to stay competitive. You can use the cash to do enhancements. So when we talk about enhancements, I mean, you can use the loan to buy fixtures for such things as built-ins, lighting, and plumbing. Okay, the loan can also be used to improve landscaping or redo your parking lot. So everything is possible. When we talk about Lantern by SoFi, the sky's the limit in terms of possibilities you can use the money for. Don't go anywhere. You're gonna love today's conversation. I'll be right back. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation today about Lantern by SoFi. And this is a platform that allows you to actually compare and contrast business loans, and they also are very good in helping you decide, okay? And now the cool thing is, guess what? On Lantern by SoFi, you can also review business grants. This is really good, okay? So small business grants, this is actually free money for your business when you think about it. So when you think about grants, grants are lump sums awarded to a business or business owner that, unlike loans, do not have to be repaid, okay? And the cool thing here is that grants could be awarded by federal, state, or local government or private corporations. And some grants have stipulations about how the money has to be used in the business, okay? And others do not. So at the end of the day, getting free money to start a small business sound pretty great, doesn't it? Okay, so the thing is, there are moments you need to consider small business grants. There's a lot of preparation though, but it is totally possible. Where do you find government small business grants? You can find them on Lantern by SoFi. Okay, but also, so when you go on Lantern by SoFi and you search for grants, you will get grants from the government. So for instance, grants.gov. Okay, there you can search based on criteria, based on eligibility, categories, and funding agency. You also have the State Business Incentives Database, okay, put together by the Council for Community and Economic Research, also provides a list of federal small business grants, as well as loans, tax credits, and tax exemption programs in each state. Now you also have a private company grants. Okay, and again, here you have a constellation of grants, and sometimes you can actually get up to $250,000. So we have the Visa Everywhere initiative that can help you get up to $150,000 to those companies that qualify. You have the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. This is actually designed to help small businesses grow and scale their companies. You have NAV's Small Business Grants. This grant actually allows awards. They award up to $10,000 to small businesses each quarter. Okay, you have the NASE Growth Grant. So this is actually, so NASE stands for National Association of the Self-Employed. So they offer a $4,000 grant to qualified NASE members to take their business to the next level. Okay, and you also have other grants to start a business. So you have the Small Business Innovation Research that has a lot of programs out there. You also have challenge.gov. This is great for when it comes to competitions and challenges across the federal government. We also have the Cartier Women's Initiative. Okay, you have the Amber Grant. This awards at least $104,000 to qualifying female entrepreneurs each month, as well as $25,000 annually. This is really good, okay? And you have the Tory Burch Foundation Fellows Program, another great one. You have the Street Shares Foundation Veteran Small Business Awards. You have Boots to Business. You have Galaxy of Stars. You have Asian Woman Giving Circle. This is really good. So here you have a lot of grants. Now let me just talk to you about the application. So on Lantern by SoFi, how do you apply? How does the whole thing work? Really important, and it's not really that complicated. I want you to look right now on the screen. Okay, I'm going to walk you through what you need to do. So basically, you go to the first screenshot. You go to this screenshot. So lanterncredit.com/small business, and you click on check my rate. So we have put $500,000 as an example. Next, you put your business name. Then you click next. Then now they want you to put the length of operational history. So in this case, we put 2+ years, more than 2 years. Okay. Next, they're asking you how you will use the funding. In our case, we chose expansion, so we just want to expand the business. There are a lot of opportunities, and we believe that the money from Lantern by SoFi can help us. You click next, and now what industry best matches your business? So in this case, we have actually opted for financial and wealth advisory. But again, you have to choose the category that suits your business. Click next. Now they want to have a clear idea about the business location. So we're talking about the states. So we put New York in our case. Again, this is a hypothetical example though, folks, okay? This is for illustrative purposes. Next, they want you to put the monthly business revenue. So we put 20 to 30 grand here, okay? Next, they want you to put an email for account creation. Now, sometimes they say for account creation, but it's just an email to add to their database, and they can bombard you later on with solicitations. Even though you're not approved one time, they can still bombard you because you are in their database. Anyway, this is not a bad thing per se, because you can always unsubscribe if they're just sending you too many emails. But then, so you have to put your first and last names. You have to indicate your phone number. They want you to indicate your FICO score. So in our case, we put 680 to 719. It could be lower though. Don't worry. If you have a low credit score, they will not disqualify you. You may find a lender out there. And here you want to indicate agreements with the terms. So once you have that, you need to click on View Offers. Okay. So congratulations, we found one loan offer for you, and in our case, that was on deck. But in your case, this could be totally different. But you can see that the process is very straightforward. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was just talking to you about Lantern by SoFi. Here is a platform, a loan comparison site. And I spoke to you, I gave you an overview, the loan typology, the loan terms you can see on the platform, the loan selection, how you can pick a loan, the loan proceeds, how you can use the money, business grants also, and the application process. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, stay marvelous.